Grand Risings. Hey everybody. So I was just listening to a brother of mine's live video, and it triggered me. And I've been being triggered a lot by this lately, because it's like they're speaking about it and they know some truths about it, but not very many at all. Like, it's like, and I know about this from personal experience. Years. We're talking 7.5 years of personal experience with what's going on with this whole jab, this whole nanotechnology, Morgellons, who is created by blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you guys what I know about it. I've been wanting to do this live for a while. Didn't know I was going to do it right now. But like I said, a brother of mine is doing a live right now. And like, he's trying to talk about it. He's trying to know about it. But he just doesn't know the truth about it. And you know, I can't hold that against him or anybody else. But if I'm going to get upset about it and get triggered about it, I might as well speak the truth about what I know about it, right? All right, so here we go. Nanotechnology. This is my experience with it, okay? I have personal experience with it. Yeah, very creepy, very hurtful, very it hurts. So anyways, all right, so nanotechnology, Morgellons, which is what's in the jab, which is what's in the vaccine. All right? Morgellons. Morgellons. Look it up. It's Morgellons. It's nanotechnology. It's artificial intelligence. People say, oh, they can't go in your body because it's not organic, so it can't have a mind and a consciousness of its own. Oh, yes, it does. It absolutely does. All right, so check this out. So I got activated with Morgellons about 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago. And this is what is in the gem. It's basically created in the 1960s, late 1950s, early 1960s by the CIA and NASA. The NASA, if you didn't know, let me speed you up real quick. The original NASA here in the United States was created from the leftover of the German Nazis, all right, like Hitler's crew. All right, so what they did is they created Morgellons, and what that is, well, it depends. Are you part of the 90% or are you part of the 10%, the 1%? Do you have the right DNA or not? 90% don't. So that's depopulation. For the other 1%, the 10% with the right DNA, which I am, it's transhumanization. That details and orients a lot. It's a very painful process. A lot of people believe in it and are all like, yeah. And a lot of people don't, such as me. Like, they're trying to play God, like... it's very painful. My brother actually took a robotic-looking spider out of my neck, out of my jugular, right here. My ex was holding my hand as my brother, it started out as like a lump, something under my skin right here. My brother put his fingers like this, and he put it under, look, he like went like this, because there's like a, but right here. And he went under it like this, and squeezed it out like that. Really looked like a robotic transformer looking spider. So if you're part of the 1%, the 10%, what that does is all these little AIs, all these little Morgellons, all these little nanotechnology critters, if you have the, if you're part of the 1%, if you have the right DNA, if you don't, well, that's another story we'll talk about. Depopulation. I don't know a pretty way to put that for you. It gets very deep. Anyways, stay on topic. So anyways, what this does if you have the right DNA is it goes inside of your body and it comes together like a transformer. You ever seen Transformers, the movie? Like a transformer, like Transformers. And it does many, many, many things. I mean, many things. Many things. One of the things of the many that it does, if you're part of this 110%, is it creates a spider inside of you. It's a robotic-looking spider, which is what my brother took out of my neck. Looks like a transformer robotic-looking spider. And what it does is it goes, if you're part of the 1%, it goes inside of your body and it creates a spider. And what the spider does is creates the strongest web. Spider silk, some silk spiders creates the strongest armor. All right, so therefore, if you came up to me, like right here, theoretically, is what, you know, after I would be like fully transhumanized, is what they're wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? You come right up to me, shoot me, you can't, it won't penetrate my skin. It's an armor. It does a lot of things. Morgellons will create a honeycomb inside of you. It's your, like the beginning of your anus. And what it does, if you're part of the 10%, and what it does is it creates like this honeycomb, literal, looks like a honey hive, like a beehive, but it's created from these morgellons. And what it does is it creates this. If you have any cancer or anything like that, it'll actually like get rid of it for you, literally. And one time they were working on my fingers years ago, like right here on the tips, and it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I mean, they fucking hurt, dude. It hurt so bad. And one of my brothers was like, why don't you stop trying to fight against them and try to work with them? And I was so desperate. And this was also out of this world at the time. I was like, whatever, let me try. So I tried and I looked at it. I was desperate. And I was like, please stop. You're hurting me, They are so smart. People say they're not smart, don't have a conscience. Yes, the fuck they do. They are very intelligent. Very conscious. Very intelligent. So I looked and I was like, please stop hurting me. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting me. Please stop. Swear to you, as soon as I said that, the sweetest smelling oil I have ever smelt, silk oil, started oozing out of my fingertips, immediately soothing them, immediately healing them. Immediately, it fixed, healed, boom, just like that. And the sweetest smelling, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. That's just one out of I could sit here for hours and talk about my experiences with morgellons. All right. So yeah, it's all about depopulation, transhumanization, New World Order. It's all that shit's real. You know what I'm saying? That's what all this jab is full of. Morgellons. You guys want to know what the jab is full of? Morgellons. Look it up. Look up morgellons and transhumanization. Look up, just morgellons, dude. I don't know how else. It's not a pretty thing. They look like little monsters. They are little monsters. Little monsters. Little babies. Very alive. And it's not organic at all. And it does have a conscious. A hive conscious. Very, very intelligent. Ooh, don't underestimate them. Wouldn't do that. Anyways, I'm not for it. Totally against it. Yeah, but just so much misinformation. And how, the booster shots just jab you full of morgellons. And morgellons, they've been spraying that in their chemtrails. They've been spraying that. They've been putting it in our water, our food, paper towels, your dish soap, your detergent. You guys, if you really did your research and knew what was going on, wow. All right, I'm going to rant later. Oh, hi, Miss Robin. I love you. All right, I don't know. My mind is so... I need to, write down everything that I need to talk to you guys about this, and that way I can kind of stay on topic whenever my train was to go somewhere, and then I forget, and I'm like, bye, when there's so much more to say. I didn't even scratch the surface, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's all. No, it's not all. There's much more. But I have a lot going on right now, and I'm getting ready to go to an interview in 30 minutes. So crazy. This world has just lost their freaking minds. And you know what else I've noticed? They were right. People from back home were so right. They were like, Lisa, you don't, we're not as awake as you think we are. And I'm like, yes, you are. You're all betrayers. Withholding information for manipulation purposes. Upset about it, And my travels and meeting and re-seeing people that in my head I held up so high and thought they were so awake. And in some areas they are. But in a lot of areas they're not. They're very, very blind. They're not as awake as I think. It's crazy. It's weird. So I guess I'm going to start speaking out more, because I think that would be very beneficial, because people aren't as awake as I think they are. I mean, they are in many aspects that I can learn from that I'm not. You understand? but in a lot of ways, I'm just as awake too, but in very, very different ways. Very different ways. In ways that these people that are more awake than me, that I perceive them to be more awake than me, and they are, though. They are. But they don't know a lot. A lot. So, I don't know. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, folks. There'll be more soon. I have to stop being so quiet. I've been quiet for a really long time. And I don't know, I think it's time I'm not quiet anymore. It's starting to, like, burn inside of me, being quiet. Especially when I know things, and I'm just staying quiet about them. It's not right. It's not right. Love you guys! Talk to you later. Bye-bye.